Have you ever cried over someone that you couldn't even recognize yourself anymore? Maybe you're embarrassed by it now, or maybe you're asking yourself, why am I still crying, or why am I still feeling hot over someone that treated me like I didn't matter? If that is you, stay with me, because today is not about telling you to just move on. It's about understanding why your heart is still hurting and why those tears says more about your capacity to love more than your words. So just stay with me. One of the hardest things to accept is this: the people we cry most over are not the people who loved us the most. Sometimes are the people who left us confused, are the people who made promises they never intended to keep, the people who give us just enough hope to stop us from walking away. And somehow we are the ones left crying, not them, us. If that is where you are today, I want you to know something. There's nothing wrong or shameful about crying. Your tears doesn't make you weak. It simply shows or proves that your heart believed in something that was real. The problem isn't that you loved. The problem is that you kept pouring love into someone that stopped valuing it. And that hurts. It hurts because love makes us see potential. We don't fall in love with who people are. Sometimes we fall in love with who we hope to become. So we keep thinking they'll change. Maybe they are going through something. Or maybe if we loved them more, they'll finally see my worth. And so we wait, we forgive. We explain away things we would never accept from anyone else. And then little by little, we stop protecting our hearts. And then one day, we are crying over someone who slept peacefully while we stayed awake to question our own worth and value. Read that again in your mind. You are losing sleep over someone who isn't losing sleep over you. That realization stinks, but it's also where the healing begins. And here's what nobody talks about. Sometimes you're not crying because you lost them. You're crying because you lost the future you imagined with them. The conversations you thought you would have, the trips you planned in your head, the family you planned, the version of your life that now exists only in your imagination. You're grieving a dream, not just a person. And dreams can be incredibly painful to let go of. And there's another reason we cry. We start blaming ourselves. Maybe if I'd been more patient, maybe if I'd argued less, maybe if I'd looked different, or maybe if I'd loved harder. No. Someone who truly values you doesn't need you to earn basic respect. Love is not supposed to feel like an endless addition. You're not supposed to prove every day that you're worthy of kindness. You already were. The right person wouldn't make you question whether you're enough every single week. And here's something I hope stays with you for long after this video ends. People don't leave you because you weren't enough. Sometimes they leave because they are not capable of giving you the kind of love you're looking for. These are two completely different things. Don't confuse someone's inability to love you well with your worth. They are not the same. Can I tell you something that changed the way I see heartbreaks? Healing doesn't start the day they apologize. It starts the day you stopped waiting for them to. Because some people will never admit what they did. And some people will rewrite the story just to protect themselves. And some people will just move on without ever saying sorry. If your healing depends on the apology, you are handing them control over your future. Take it back, little by little, one day at a time. Will you still cry? Probably. Some mornings will hit harder than others. A song, a photo, a familiar place, even a smell can bring everything rushing back. Healing is not forgetting. It is remembering without falling apart every time. And eventually, you'll notice something. The tears don't come as often. Their name doesn't carry the same weight anymore. The silence stop feeling like punishment and start feeling like peace. And then one day you wake up and realize that you smiled without thinking about them. You laughed out loud without feeling guilty. You went your entire day without checking whether they called. That day will come. Not because you stopped loving, but because you started loving yourself enough to stop chasing over someone who never knew what they had. And so if you're crying today, let yourself cry. Don't rush yourself. Don't shame yourself. But don't build a permanent home in a temporary season of pain. Your heart deserves better than someone who made it question its value. One day, those tears won't be the end of your story. It will be a proof that you survived something you once thought would break you forever. And trust me, the version of you waiting on the other side of pain is more stronger, wiser, and far more peaceful than the one that begged someone to stay. If this message felt like it was speaking directly to you, you're not alone. Leave a heart in the comments if you're choosing yourself, even if it is difficult right now. And if someone you care about needs to hear this, share this video with them. Don't forget to subscribe because every week we share honest conversations about healing, relationships, and finding yourself again. I'll see you in the next video.